Hello friends, welcome to Del Soccer. My name is Elali Frank and this is News Daily, where I serve you with all the major trending news in the last few hours. If it's your first time, as usual, hit on the subscription button and let's build this community together. But if you have already done that, God bless you and thank you for always being part of this community. In today's edition, we're going to talk about some few things. We're going to talk about the African Cup of Nations draw and a lot of things that you need to know. So for us, that's is concerned, and we'll also talk about the Black Stars and give you some updates on players that are yet to arrive in CAF and when they are also going to arrive. But without wasting much time, let's get straight into today's video. Alright, so the African Cup of Nations draw is going to happen earlier on tomorrow, which is Thursday around 7 p.m. Ghana time. But there's a news that I want to share with you. The host of the African Cup of Nations draw happens to be a pop musician who happens to be one of the most talented or one of the talented musicians you can find in the world in the person of Akon. So CAF earlier on today announced that musician Akon is going to be the host of the global showpiece or African Cup of Nations tournament, the draw itself. So Akon has been confirmed as the host of the AFCON draw, which is going to happen on Thursday in Abidjan at 7 p.m. when I mentioned. So he's going to be the host of the program. He was confirmed by CAF on their social media platform. The musician who traced his roots as an African, and on countless times he has said how he loves Africa, and he has a project called the Akon Lights in African Project. It's a project that he has promised that he's building an Africa that everybody will be interested in, an Africa that we all love. And he's one of the few people living in diaspora that trace their roots to Africa. So it's quite an interesting approach by CAF to appoint him as the official host of this incredible event. In the past few years, CAF have tried everything possible to combine or infuse music into the African Cup of Nations and then any other thing that Africa will do on this continent. We are hoping that it's going to be an exciting event because there are some legends that I've seen Nigeria's Mikel Obi on social media. So he is one of the legends that I've seen there. There are other African legends that have arrived in Ivory Coast, and I'm sure they're going to be part of the draw. Ghana has been placed in Group B, as you know. The tournament itself involves 24 countries, and apart from the host, which is Ivory Coast, we have Algeria, Angola, Burkina Faso, Cameroon, Cape Verde, DR Congo, Egypt, Equatorial Guinea, the Gambia, Ghana, Guinea-Bissau, Mali, Mauritania, Morocco, Mozambique, Namibia, Nigeria, Senegal, South Africa, Tanzania, Tunisia, and then Zambia. Mikel Obi says that he believes that it's coming home. He believes that Nigeria is going to win. Let's see who wins. But what you have to know is that Ghana happens to be in Group B or Pot B. No, not Group B, Pot B. Because now we have not been given the groups yet. So Ghana is in Pot B. Pot A has Ivory Coast, the host, Morocco, Senegal, Tunisia, Algeria, and then Egypt. Pot 2 has Nigeria, Cameroon, Mali, Burkina Faso, DR Congo, and then Ghana. Pot 3 has South Africa, Cape Verde, Guinea, Zambia, Equatorial Guinea, Mauritania, Equatorial Guinea, and then Mauritania. Pot 2 or Pot 4, I should say, has Guinea-Bissau, Mozambique, Namibia, Angola, Gambia, and then Tanzania. This means that Ghana can face anybody in any pot apart from those in Pot 2. So there's no way Ghana is going to face Nigeria, Cameroon, Mali, Burkina Faso, or DR Congo. But we may meet Cote d'Ivoire, Morocco, Senegal, Tunisia. So Ghana can have a tough group which will have maybe Morocco, and we'll have maybe South Africa, and then Angola or Gambia. Like Ghana can have a tough group in that regard. But so far, that is all the updates you need to know. Akon is the one going to host it. Currently, they've not announced any musician that is going to perform there, but we're going to follow up if anything comes up like that. I'm definitely going to give you those updates. Away from that, let's talk about the Black Stars. So the Black Stars, the quick update is that I brought you 19 players that have arrived in camp The 19 is only 3 that haven't arrived yet. One was Fatau, who happens to be Mediama's player, who is going to join them. I'm sure he's part of the Mediama team that will be leaving Ghana to go and join. Who is going for the? Remember, Mediama themselves are going to play DC United in US, so I'm sure he's part of the team. He's one of those players. And then Mohamed Kudus also hasn't arrived. And then Jeremy Poku, who got late call-up, he also hasn't arrived. That's why we have only 19 players. But on that training grounds, and the Sunyama scored some brilliant goal. That was quite exciting. So the Black Stars tomorrow will be knowing the members or the teams and the groups they find themselves. And I'm sure the coaches will be preparing very much for that. So that's all for today's edition. We talked about Akon hosting the African Cup of Nations draw and everything you need to know about the draw. The time is 7 p.m. Ghana time. It is going to be live on YouTube for everybody to watch. So that's it. Let me know what you think. Which group are you expecting Ghana to be in it? Who do you want to see in Ghana's group? I personally want to see South Africa so that we can settle some things with them, just like we did with Nigeria, so that when we get South Africa, we can do things with them, Let me know what you think in the comment section. But until meet again, my name has always been Delali Frank. Bye-bye for now.
This is coming on. The tournament is coming on. AFCON 2023, right? It's coming home to Nigeria.